Hey everybody, welcome back to the Average Joe's podcast with Holton and Eric. I'm Holton.
And I'm Eric.
We're the Average Joes. So, fifth episode.
Yep.
Eric, we have not sat down and talked since the FARC episode.
Yep, since episode 4.
Yeah.
It was like about 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
We've both been very busy lately.
Very busy, for
So
sure.
what have you been up to? Just working?
Working, baseball lessons, working out, of course. I guess right off the top, I'm prepping. I don't know if I've told you this, the Festivus games.
You've not.
I have not told you this. This
Dude,
is literally in real time.
This is crazy.
This is in real time, actually.
Eric, dude, because I consider us pretty close.
Oh, come on. It's nothing personal.
I can't believe I have not heard about this.
So,
The Festivus games, what's that?
it's like a CrossFit competition that's being held on Saturday.
Oh, so it's a pride convention, you're saying?
Oh, good one. No, essentially, it is a CrossFit competition on April 26th, which is a Saturday in Elk Grove. What was it? I think 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. I took one of the NorCal classes and had a few members that were like, "Oh, you should do the Festivus games," and then so I kind of just hearing that made me think like, okay, maybe I should do it. I think it'd be a good challenge because I never really done anything CrossFit related. And I do.
I actually think you do very good at CrossFit.
Thank you.
Even though I think it's like kind of homo.
It's more or less
Slightly homo. It's not kind of homo. It's slightly homo.
the movements in the Festivus games. I looked at the flyer already. They're nothing really crazy. That like we already do pretty much everything in NorCal class.
So it's not like those like weird stereotypical like, CrossFit videos.
No, it's not like those
Gotcha.
at all. It is, like you got your kettlebell swings. There's one, they call them WODs. I just call them segments, honestly, because segments is just easier to understand. Because some people from the outside looking, they're like, "What are WODs?" WODs. Anyways, one of them is a 6-minute AMRAP, which means as many reps as possible bench press. And there's also partners too with it.
What weight is it? 225.
I forgot what it is for a minute. I think it's 135. I want to. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I have to look at it
How
again.
long is it?
6 minutes, but it's with a partner.
It's probably 135 then.
Yeah, I think it's 135. And it's with a team of 3. So I already have a partner, Jacob, one of the other coaches.
Yeah.
And we're working on a third person. I don't know.
Martine?
Martine's on another team, unfortunately.
Dang.
They already formed the team before I even was
Gotcha.
thinking about it. So we are working on.
I'm insulted that you haven't asked me yet, Eric.
Well, you want to do it?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't think this is really your style. You like
It's
the
not.
bodybuilding too much,
Yeah.
and I totally get it. No worries.
But I do, even though like this is just the way I am, I like competition a lot.
Yeah, that's
So-
what really is exciting me. Is
So
competition.
even though I don't like CrossFit, I'm kind of intrigued by the competition
it's
aspect
the
of
whole
it.
competition aspect. That's what really lit, a fire inside me. Basically, I was like, once I had members tell me, I was like, oh, I gotta practice my power cleans. I gotta practice this. I gotta practice that. I gotta make sure my cardio is on point. And so that really excited me, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a little less than a month now. I feel ready to go. It's just getting really the WODs down as far as because some of them are pretty complicated. Not the movements for me per se. It's more of just what comes next. Because like there's one that's like is not in the exact order, but for example, it's like got kettlebell swings, reverse alternating goblet lunges, and then I think there's a jump ropes involved, and so just getting everything put together.
What's a goblet lunge?
So
I know what a
think
goblet squat is.
I
It's
think
when
you
you're-
hold it like a goblet squat, but you reverse backwards. The reverse lunge
Gotcha.
backwards.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming that's what it is. It sounds like to me that's what it would look like. So that's the thing. I think there's 4 or 5 WODs from what I remember off the top of my head, and it's spread out throughout the day. So it's not just boom, 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 you're done. It's spread out. It's like a big all-day type of event. It should be really fun. There's other NorCal members going, other coaches. All 3 of us, Martine, Jacob, and I, are participating. So that'll be very exciting just to, to be involved with the members and
Yeah.
competing with them.
You should try and get like Mark to do it.
Mark?
Mark from Training Zone.
Yeah, he wants to do the powerlifting meet though.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he would. I mean, I could ask him.
He'd probably have to stop his training for the powerlifting.
Yeah, I don't
meet.
want to mess that up. He really
Yeah.
wants to do the powerlifting meet, so I don't know if that would work. But
Get Chris on your team.
yeah, yeah, we got some options. We have to still ask around and stuff. We got some time to do it, but yeah, we're gonna start practicing, Jacob and I at least, on just the movements and getting them down and just getting in sync and stuff and being familiar with everything.
Is there any like endurance? Well, it is all endurance, but is there any like running aspect to it at all?
No, I don't. No, it's
Okay.
Rowing, or I don't even think there's anything with the fan bike
Gotcha.
or assault bike, whatever you want to call it. I think it's rowing. That's it.
Gotcha.
There's no running from what I can remember.
Because it's like that's kind of how like an Ironman is, you know. Like you have to do all this stuff. So that's kind of what I like. So pretty much what you're saying is like it's like a weightlifting Ironman.
Somewhat, I guess. I mean, I'm
'Cause
not a
it's-
CrossFit expert. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. Yeah. Like here, let me bring up the picture that I took of the flyer here. I got to backtrack
Gotcha.
through on my phone. Here it is. So the first WOD is a 16-minute AMRAP, starting with 2 power cleans, 2 pull-ups or 2 ring rows. If you can't do the pull-ups, do the ring rows, and then 2 lateral burpees over a bar. So essentially,
wow.
you have a barbell, and then you do a burpee, and I'm assuming on
You
the
feel like jump over it?
Jump over it, yes, and clear it,
Gotcha.
obviously. And then you go to 4 power cleans, pull-ups, pull-ups, ring rows, and then 4 lateral burpees over a bar, and then 6 all the way up to 10. And then you go back down to 2 all the way up to 10. Do it as many times as possible in 16 minutes. Then the second WOD or segment is bench press, like I mentioned, and then WOD 3 is a 12-minute time cap. This is where the jump ropes come in, the Russian kettlebell swings versus alternating goblet lunges, kettlebell sumo deadlift high pull, 10 box overs, so stuff like that. The fourth one, I can't see because of the glare of the picture with the flyer. Fourth one's got some crazy stuff.
Is it like a bigger event or is it a pretty like beginner one?
I heard some members saying there was like 100 people there last time.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So is there multiple members at Training Zone doing it?
Yeah, I don't know the exact number, but there's
That's cool.
a decent amount from, I think primarily coming from NorCal,
Yeah.
because NorCal and these two go to well together. Like these movements, we like the kettlebell swings. You know, we do those quite a bit.
The competition aspect of it definitely, like I said before, kind of intrigues me. Like that's the only reason, like, even though not that many people showed up, like we didn't know this before it was going to happen, but remember that youth like powerlifting clinic?
Lifting clinic.
That Training Zone had. I wanted to do that just for the competitive aspect of it.
No, it's definitely good. The competition keeps you sharp.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of
keeps you motivated.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only like competition in like the fitness world that I probably wouldn't do is something that would take training in running. That's like kind of like pussy of me to say, but I'm not a huge fan of running. And like
I don't think many people are a fan of running.
no,
unless you're a
I mean
runner.
like I would like run like it for a little bit in the competition. Like say like I had to run like a lap around something and then do some weightlifting. But I would never do like a marathon to where it's start to the finish line.
That's not exactly my style.
It doesn't float my boat, you know.
I like sprints and stuff. Like, I like that for baseball training because, like, you're not doing extensive running.
Yeah.
Most you do is maybe the inside the park home run or triple for baseball. But, yeah, more of a sprint type guy, short sprints.
I need to start sprinting more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Increase the speed.
I saw this guy, couldn't think of his name off the top of my head. He's a raw nutrition and a Gymshark athlete, but he calls his physique like jacked athletic. So he's huge like a bodybuilder,
But he's
but
athletic.
he's insanely athletic. Like he can jump like it's an insane number. It's like 50 inches or something.
Dang.
Like
So
like up in
explosive.
the air.
He's got probably
he's
got really
extremely
good
explosive. Like
good
he's like
mobility.
5'9", 5'8", and he can like dunk a basketball super easily.
Oh dang.
Like he's just a super athletic guy, but he works out like a bodybuilder, but he also does like a lot of plyometric movements and like sprints and stuff. So I'm not saying that I would do that, but it's kind of intriguing. I'd probably do that like if I were to ever train like that. It'd probably honestly be now because I'm still playing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I have some news for you. Actually, I didn't tell you about this. I'm playing baseball next year.
Officially?
Officially, I'm playing baseball next year.
Oh,
Yuba.
so what happened? That's
Yeah.
exciting.
I've been talking to the coach over there for a couple months now, and I just kind of looked at all my options. I wanted to keep my options open because I've always planned on like just going to a 4-year college, but that didn't necessarily work out for me. So I'm gonna play JUCO next year. JUCO
Awesome.
Bandit.
JUCO Bandit.
I'm the prince of JUCO. Not the
Well-
king of JUCO.
Yeah. The thing is too now, like with the NCAA rules, it's kind of weird because you'll play there, but it won't even count.
I'll have 4 years of eligibility left after.
Yeah.
Who knows if I ever play baseball after the 2 years, but
I guess you'll cross that bridge when you get
I
there.
will cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah.
Now speaking, I value the education
That's
more than
good.
I value playing baseball. So it's like I could go from this junior college, which I'm super excited. It's going to be a great time and it's a good program, to transferring to not the biggest school in the world. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just hang up my cleats and go to a big 4-year for the 2 years after that.
I see. Well, it's cool. It's official now.
Yeah.
Now you know what you're doing for next year. Takes a lot of the stress out of it, I tell you that.
It does, because that was a lot of stress and time went into that. So it's kind of nice knowing that.
Takes a little pressure off your shoulders. Have fun the rest of 2 months, 2.5 months,
2.5 months of high school.
That's cool.
It takes a lot of stress off the baseball too, honestly.
Yep, and I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
Definitely with baseball. You don't have to worry about proving yourself to other coaches
Well, I'm
and
still
schools.
trying to do that.
Yeah, but you're not.
I'm not like. I don't want to say grinding out for a spot somewhere because I still am. But I don't have to worry about the recruiting aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like if there's a coach at a game, you know that nervous feeling you get. I don't really need that anymore. And I can just focus on the game.
Yeah.
So that's good.
You already know where you're gonna play, so you don't have to. Even if there are other scouts or coaches from other schools, it's not like, oh, I have to improve or not improve, prove yourself
Yes.
to them in the game, or make a diving catch, or hit a home run.
Well, I want to do that stuff, but
Yeah, of course, but you
I
don't have to
I don't
like
feel
try.
pressured to
You
have
yeah,
to
you don't
try
have
and
to
do
try
that,
and do it. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Opening day for baseball was yesterday.
Yep.
Who are you? I don't think we've ever talked about baseball,
Not
pro
extensively.
baseball.
Not pro baseball. No.
No. Well, who are you a fan of? Who do you go for? Or do you even
I haven't been
really
watching
pay,
as
pay
much
that
lately.
attention?
I haven't been paying as much attention.
See,
I know you're a Yankees fan.
I am a diehard Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and they came up just short.
Just short
Not to
last year.
remind you
Hey.
of it. Not to remind you of last year.
We're bringing it back.
Yeah.
Team is upgraded. Lost Juan Soto, but hey, we brought more pieces into the team. We're 1-0 right now, undefeated.
So, yeah.
So
100.
we'll see. Speaking of my sports teams, 49ers do not look so good right now. I don't know if you know anything about football, but they're trading away all of their key guys right now.
Hate to see it.
Key role players. Their stars are still there, but their key role players are all leaving in free agency. But it's kind of an attempt to get younger, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. You think the Yankees and the Dodgers are gonna rematch this year?
I think one of them makes it. Don't know which one. The Yankees are going to have a hard go at it at the beginning of the season because Garrett Cole's out for the season. ACL. Not ACL. Tommy
John.
Thomas Jonathan. That's how I call it.
Thomas Jonathan.
Thomas Jonathan.
Or just Domingo Ayala says Tommy Juan.
Oh, Tommy Juan. Luis Gil, their star rookie pitcher.
Yeah.
Sophomore year now. But he's out for the first half of the season. But they have Carlos Rodon, who's not terrible, ex-Cy Young winner, and Max Fried, who's amazing. He's probably going to be their ace right now.
See what happens. They usually make a push towards the end of the year. They
got Fried from the Braves.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do that, yeah.
Yeah, I remember he used to be on the Braves. Mm-hmm. They probably, I mean, it's only been...
Got Devin Williams, too, who's the best closer in the game.
Yeah, from Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who they played their first series. It's interesting. You know, they changed...
The interleague is so weird, because I was watching the Dodgers game a little bit yesterday.
They're playing the
Tigers,
yeah.
Like, Tigers opening up against the Dodgers.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the... the Dodgers and the Cubs, like in the Tokyo series. That's weird because it's like I was looking at the schedule today. They're in the same league. They're both in the National League, but
it was Cubs and who?
Dodgers. The Tokyo series. Okay. They played 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they are official regular season games. So you look at everybody else's thing, and it's like they're either 1-0 or 0-0.
Yeah.
Because it's first games. But the Dodgers and Cubs are like the Dodgers are 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a weird dynamic. They'll get a week off at the end of the season, which is a huge advantage for them.
That's what's weird to me. I mean, like, they change up so many things nowadays. Like,
it's just all for entertainment.
Yeah.
It's all for the bag.
Yeah. That's kind of what's turned me off of MLB, to be honest.
It's honestly just happening in all of pro sports right now. Like, we could nosedive into this if you want to.
We could, totally.
But,
I mean, that's part of the reason why I haven't been in touch with baseball as much.
It's more of a show.
Yeah. And it's just like...
I think there is guys that... There is some star players still that respect the game and want to play it the right way.
That. I'm just saying the way it functions now is way different.
Yeah, no, but I'm bringing that into the way the players play, too.
Yeah.
Guys, like, they hit for low averages. Like, 250 is considered a viable batting average now in the MLB, crazy. And that's just like 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago. That's terrible. Like, you're not a star player if you're hitting 250.
Yeah, like 300 was like average. You need to be hitting 300. Like, that was the baseline.
That for an all-star.
Yeah.
To be a good baseball player, you had to hit 300.
Most were hitting mid 300s.
Yes.
400s maybe. I mean, that's crazy.
At the beginning of the season, yes. It wouldn't end the season in the 400s, obviously, but like the contact aspect of it's totally gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more of just home run, the 3 outcomes: home run, strikeout, walk.
Yeah.
You know,
strikeout numbers are way up too.
It's just the same thing every year. I think really the turning point year for me, I can remember vividly, was like 2015. Yeah, and I remember it was the first year with Rob Manfred as the commissioner.
Rob Manfred he just sucks, dude. He just really cares about the money.
Yeah, and it's totally seeped its way into the game. And
he's also, I think baseball needs a salary cap too, because he's let teams like
just buy their way to the World Series.
And like the Yankees totally did that.
Yeah. Like, well, they were doing that beforehand, though.
Oh, yeah, totally.
When they had Jeter and Posada and, Andy Pettit.
So there's, like, teams like the Dodgers, the Yankees, and even as a Yankees fan, there's some homegrown guys that are good. Like, Judge is homegrown. Volpe's homegrown. Luis Gil's homegrown. There's a lot of Yankees and Dodgers players that are homegrown. But, like, they're stars. Like, Garrett Cole, free agency. Max Fried, free agency. Cody Bellinger, free agency.
Yep, a lot of free agents.
I think they traded for Devin Williams. But the Dodgers especially, I'd say, like, that's always been the gripe with the Dodgers is they bought their championships. And I was always like someone that would even like defend them and say that a lot of their guys are homegrown or traded for. But in the past 2 years, like signing Ohtani, signing Blake Snell, like there just needs to be a salary cap.
Yeah.
It makes the game like way more even and interesting.
Yeah.
Also, Rob Manfred needs to veto some of these because he does have the final say on any free agency signing, on any trade. Like this happens in the NBA.
Yeah.
If a trade happens that really doesn't make sense for the league, like it will hurt the overall like well-being of the league.
Yeah.
The commissioner vetoes it. Like you cannot make this trade, and it happens like I'm just a huge sports guy in general. So if any of you guys know Chris Paul, so he started his NBA career in New Orleans. Super like Hall of Fame guy. Like he's going to be in the Hall of Fame when he retires. Started his career in New Orleans. He was going to be traded to the Lakers to pair up with Kobe and Pau Gasol. The commissioner vetoed it because it was just going to be an unfair trade.
Yeah.
He got sent to the Clippers. They never made it out of the second round. But it was fair for the rest of the league.
Yeah, that's definitely something the MLB should do because,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, going back to the year 2015 was when things changed for the MLB.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's when the home runs really spiked up, and I remember
Yes.
they had the low seam balls so the balls could fly out more, which is disadvantage for pitchers, advantage for hitters. More home runs means more butts in the seats, more entertainment.
But now I will say with pitchers, the velocity's way up now.
Yeah.
There's guys on every single rotation throwing over 100.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing too. I feel like we're getting to a point. It's like the physical limitations, like hitting a ceiling. Like, there's no way we're gonna be able to throw like 130
No,
from a fastball.
no way.
You know, like everyone, like a lot of guys are throwing triple digits now, and it's like I think we're getting close to tapping out physical, potential with baseball.
Yeah,
Like,
because I mean, you think about it, it's gone up so slowly. Because like Nolan Ryan was able to throw over 100.
Yeah,
but he was
but-
one of the only guys in like the
and then
70s.
he was a workhorse,
Now,
too.
now just more people are starting to do it.
Yeah,
and that's just because of training.
yeah,
Like training has gotten way advanced. So like you can have back then, if you threw 3 triple digits, it was purely based off talent.
yeah,
Like you are just a freak of nature. You're still a freak of nature if you can do it now, but you can take guys that maybe you can raise people's ceilings nowadays. Guys that maybe threw 95, you can make tweaks in their mechanics, get them on a plyo ball routine, get Thomas Jonathan,
yeah.
and they're throwing triple digits.
That's true.
So-
you can definitely raise the ceiling and work your way to 100.
Yes.
It's just not as prestigious to throw 100. And
No.
I mean, it's still cool. Don't get me wrong. But like, there's so many other people doing it. It's like, it's just like the impact of it is not the same as like the old days. With Nolan Ryan.
What's the fastest you've probably seen?
95?
Was that in college or the Pecos League?
No. In the Pecos, I think the fastest I saw was 90.
Where'd you see 95? Like the
That was a long time ago. I was on travel when it was during the summer league. It was like 2018. This guy was throwing, like, as soon as it came out of his hand, it was in the glove.
Oh, this was like summer college.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This guy just had a really good arm. And he was throwing, I mean, it was hard. Like, it was like definitely, as soon as he let it go, like, you got to be ready to hit. Like, because like I said, let it go and it's going in the glove.
Did you get hit?
Honestly, I don't remember because that was so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did against him, to be honest. But in the Pecos, the hardest I saw was like 90, maybe 92. And I remember this was my first year, and this guy, I was lead off of the game. We were away. First pitch, throw was like 92 straight over my head.
Ooh.
Second pitch, same thing. Third pitch, like in the left-hand batter's box.
It's probably why he's throwing 92.
Yeah.
In the Pecos League.
Yeah. Or he's trying to throw so hard that he can't even throw a strike and improve, press someone with 92 on the velocity. I don't know. Whatever. And then I remember
He's like
he threw like one strike.
Wild Thing, Greg Vaughn.
Yeah. He threw one strike. It was 3-1. And it was like he was effectively wild because you're like kind of you don't know if he's going to throw a strike or not. But then I remember ball 4 like almost hit me in the top of the head. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is a hell of a way to start off the game.
Yeah. I've seen like very low 9s.
Very low 9s.
Like I've seen, I've maybe faced 91.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can like, yeah, maybe 91. I've hit off the machine at 90 before, but that's just a totally different animal because you know exactly where it's going to be. You know exactly when to start.
Yep.
It's really not that hard to hit off a machine at that speed.
Yeah, because you time it up.
But arm is just, it looks so much faster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to talk about next?
Well, we went on a tangent. Like, what are we doing? What have we been doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I started off talking about the Festivus games. You talked about your baseball thing. What else has been going on?
Talk about my new split.
All right, segue into that then.
Mm-hmm. So, I just started a new workout split. So, for the past, I'd probably say 4 or 5 months at this point. Yeah, probably November, October-ish. October. I started doing chest, back, arms, legs. So it's a 4-day split. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't really take that many rest days, only when necessary. But I saw my progression, like slowing down, like my progress. So I knew I needed to kind of switch things up.
Yep.
I also am starting a cut for the summer. Mm-hmm. Today's day 4 of the cut. Mm-hmm. No, day 3. Today's day 3 of the cut. So starting with the cut, I also started going back to push-pull legs, taking a day off after legs.
That's good.
So
I think you needed more rest days with that old split too. I thought you were going way too much.
Yeah. So I'm doing 3 days off, 1 day off, which is still allowing me to get in the gym 6 days a week.
3 days on, 1 day off, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
3 days on, 1 day off. So there's like a multitude of reasons why I did this. One, my arm day was just getting so repetitive because your arms, you're really limited on exercises.
For bicep, tricep?
Yes, especially for bicep training. I feel like there's like 6 good tricep exercises you could do, 5 or 6. Like your push downs, your skull crushers, your overhead extensions, your rope extensions. Mm-hmm. You know, there's just a multitude of things you could do for
dips.
triceps.
I like doing dips a lot.
Yeah, dips are really nice. But for biceps, it's just any variation of curl.
Yeah.
You know,
that is true because I've been noticing it too with biceps and like it's all curling.
It's just really repetitive.
Yeah.
So like I tried to switch it up, like different angles, different like extension points, doing preachers, doing wide grip. But
I don't think I'll ever get tired of preacher curl though. I love preacher.
I don't like preacher curls that much. They work.
Yeah.
Like they definitely are. I just don't enjoy doing them. Mm-hmm. I kind of get scared doing preacher curls.
I do too a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. It's kind of eerie when you go all the way extended like that.
Yeah, and exposed.
Yeah. So I went back to push-pull legs for my arms, so I can do arms when they're already sort of getting worked, like on a back or a chest day. And then leg days are going to be huge too now because I'm working legs every 4 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm working legs every 4 days now, and that means because I'm hitting them twice a week, it would be twice a week because I'm taking 1 rest day, so I'm working out 6 days a week. With hitting legs twice a week, I can do a quad focused and a hamstring focused leg day, not just all combined, and that really helps too with fatigue. My legs aren't going to be as fatigued, and I can hit them more, and I can do more exercises because like if you really want to hit your quads and hamstrings both like productively, I mean you can't do it like as well the same day. Yeah, because they're both
one's going to be taxed.
They're both just huge muscles, and you just don't have time. Like doing 4 quad and 4 hamstring
you already 8 exercises.
8 exercises, adding calves on top of that. you're gonna be drained, and it's gonna take 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so you just can't do that. So
I get that for sure.
Doing the 2 leg days a week is really cool.
Well, this is like a good split. I definitely, like I said earlier, think you need more rest because you're going like
Yes.
7 days a week, and it's like I always look at it in like a month's time frame or 2 months. It's like if you're going 7 days a week, how many days off are you getting in a month? 0.
I was probably
More.
taking 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 rest days a month.
Out of 30 days, you're taking 2 off days.
Yeah, it's not.
That's a lot.
The gym is very healing for me mentally.
Yeah.
I like going to the gym a lot, but it's definitely not as good for progression and growth. You
Yeah.
need. I don't even like to call it a rest day. I like to call it growth day. You know, that kind of puts it in a better frame of mind. And I'll even still go to the gym on my supposed growth days, and I'll just do a very light cardio session.
Yeah.
Because something very important for your growth days is not putting much stress at all in your body.
Yeah.
Because and that's why when we talked about with the Mark episode 4, like heat and cold exposure.
Yeah.
The only reason why it's not ideal from a muscle building perspective is because it stresses out your body.
Yeah.
And stressing out your body will consequently decrease muscle growth.
It's best to do on a recovery day. I think
Yes.
it's like it's riffs off a growth day.
And it's rather it's whether you enjoy the thing or not.
Yeah.
So it's like because that's what determines your body is stressed or not. If you really enjoy doing cardio on a rest day, do it because your body will be relaxed and it will feel good. If you absolutely dread it and you just don't want to be there, you're going to see less growth.
Yeah, and you're not the rest day. You need that to
Yes.
reset physically and mentally.
So if anything, if you want to do cardio, whether that's on your rest day or weight training, do it before. Do it before you weight train, or do it very lightly on a rest day, because the best thing to do, in my opinion, after weightlifting, is going home, eating, and laying in bed. Like that's where you're gonna find the most growth.
Yeah, you're just chilling after.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's if you're also the other thing is too, you tax yourself enough in the gym, so you're having a good
Yes.
enough workout to garner just eating and going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the flip side of that. Like I will have a lot of endorphins going after a really good workout, and you don't feel like going to bed, and you feel like running around.
Yeah, and that can even be the caffeine, the pre-workout. Because pre-workout I've seen lasts hours, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you won't feel the effects of it necessarily, like body-wise, but it will keep me up and stimulated for hours on end.
That's true too. And eventually come down and crash.
Like
on it,
like
but-
this ghost.
Yeah.
It's like 9 o'clock at night right now. I'm drinking this, but I just needed. I played a baseball game earlier today, so I just needed some energy. It's 200 milligrams. I mean, I drink caffeine a little too much, so this isn't going to keep me up too long. So.
It's good flavor too. You poured me some of that red Solo cup.
Oh yeah, this is
The
the
blue raspberry is good.
Sour Patch Kids blue raspberry flavor. I was going to tell Eric this a little earlier, but I wanted to save it for this episode.
Okay.
Because we talked about how like good ghosts taste on average. Like I genuinely thought about this because I've tried like all the ghost flavors. This is like the only company that hasn't made a bad flavor
Of drinks.
of drinks. Like, I feel like you can think of any energy drink or any soda or anything.
Yeah, because I think
And they've
most
had
people
a
do
flop.
not complain about the taste with Ghost. The only time I've heard complaining about taste is their protein powder.
Oh yeah, I
More
had a
strictly talking about energy drinks.
I
here.
had a Chips Ahoy Ghost protein powder when I
Yeah.
first started working out, and I really
I remember
wasn't
that's
a
where I
fan
think
of
it first came from. I heard it from you. You're like, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was ass. But the Ghost energy drinks, great tasting.
Yeah, I actually remember. What was it? Maybe it was a year or 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I tried that one, but in pre-workout form. Really, really good tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost, like they're kind of making a comeback. Like you can definitely see it, but like I remember like when I was a kid and I was kind of somewhat into the gym, like interested in it. I didn't really go at all because I was like 12. But I remember like 12 to 20, probably 2020. Ghost was a huge name. Like I remember everybody used to use Ghost. Like all like the like Gymshark athletes when Gymshark was huge.
Yeah.
Like David Lade and those guys were all Ghost guys.
Yep.
I feel like
sponsored by them. Yep. What would you say is the most popular energy drink right now?
I feel like it's gotta be Red Bull.
Red Bull. Huh?
I see so many people drinking Red Bulls.
It's funny how the trends go.
Or Monsters. Monsters are huge. Those are just big companies. I really like the white Monsters. Those are
I don't know if I've ever tried those.
I don't love those for working out necessarily because they're kind of just straight caffeine. But like baseball, I drink a white Monster before every game.
Oh wow!
I think it gets me in the zone.
Whatever works,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, how was your game earlier?
We got crapped on. I didn't play terrible. I didn't really do anything wrong. I just didn't do anything like that put us over the edge, I guess.
Nothing to write home about.
Nothing to write home about. I didn't make any errors. Kind of a typical game. Played pretty solid defense. They're just a better hitting team than us. Nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, it's just one of those games.
Just one of those games.
Yeah.
We got Yuba City next week. Those are the big ones. I'm telling Eric he needs to come to one of those. I'm on the bump Wednesday.
Wednesday, huh? Mm-hmm. Is that the home game or away game?
Home game.
Oh, okay.
I'm usually on Monday starter, but I wanted to pitch at home.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a good choice on your part.
Senior year,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Mm-hmm. What else should we talk about?
What's any news on your concert?
Oh, that's funny you bring that up. I was just going to talk about it.
Yeah.
The tentative date right now is May 9th. I want to do it there. I was thinking late April, but we have, like I mentioned earlier, the CrossFit Festivus games. There are Saturday, April 26th. So I didn't want to do it the night before in case the attendance would be low.
Yeah.
And then the Decafit, the Spartan Decafit, is the next Saturday, which is May 3rd. So I wanted to do it.
What's that event?
It's similar to the Festivus games.
Gotcha.
But essentially, I wanted to keep it away from those events and do it after. So, like when there's that dead period.
A little bit more time for advertisement too. It's not going to hurt anything.
Yeah, more time for advertisement. And well, I did play for NorCal in their 4:30 class today, and it was really good. There was really a lot of energy.
That's great.
I had a lot of fun. The class enjoyed it. It had been about 2.5 weeks since I played for them last, so because I played for Body Pump last Friday at 9 a.m., which went really well. They enjoyed it, and now they want me to come back, so I got to figure out day and time for them. We are talking about Body Pump. We were talking earlier about playing or doing a class on the turf area at the gym.
That'd be cool.
I just need to get an extension cord because there's no outlets there.
Upstairs or
upstairs,
like outside?
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
Yeah, because we were thinking about doing it on the actual turf area inside, but I think it's gonna be hard sound wise because like the Body Pump, they need their mics because the music's really loud. So essentially, I don't think logistically it's going to work on the actual turf area. It needs to be outside for me to play, and I think it'd be cool to do outside with the nice weather too. Showcase the outside turf area a little bit more because I love going out there, especially training with clients or stretching before my workout. So yeah, concert, we want to do it May 9th. I think that's the best date, or maybe the week after, but somewhere around there, in between the Festivus games, the Decafit, and the powerlifting meet on May 31st. Yeah, and just gotta iron out things like how long I'm gonna be playing for. We would potentially have an opening band for the thing. So I want it to be more than just me playing. Like I want there to be an opening band. It's more of like a whole night type thing. It's not just gonna be a little blurb for an hour and that's it. Like it's gonna be a big festive thing. Hopefully, like I mentioned before, I think on the podcast here, there will be food trucks in the parking lot. So there's that. But we still have to iron out some things. Hopefully next time we film, I'll have more answers on that.
Yeah.
And, by that time, it'll probably be a week from now or whatever. I'll have the actual date and everything will be kind of sorted out more.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
Yeah, but I'm really, really, really looking forward to it because the people are enjoying the live music. I really wasn't sure how they were going to take it when I first played for NorCal, and Body Pump, they absolutely loved it, I guess. And they always ask about it.
It's really a cool dynamic, like having live music in your workout class. It's like, I've never heard of that, but it's a great idea.
Yeah, and we post about it quite a bit. It gets, the last video that I posted was a collab post between Training Zone and I on Monday. But that video was really done well, and good advertisement for it, and word of mouth especially. Like, because there's a lot of people that are asking the instructors when they're going to get it, because there's like the evening body pump, which I'm thinking about maybe doing on this coming Wednesday. Like, they want to see it, and there's Body Balance that wants to see it. Like, all these classes, and it's like, man, I can only be at one place at one time. It's in high demand. So, but yeah, it's really fun to be playing live music for people. I tell you that. I didn't think it. If you would have told me this was all happening like a couple of years ago, I wouldn't believe you. Like, it's just crazy how it kind of came together so fast.
It's funny how the turntables.
Yep. Turntables.
So when's the summer cut?
The summer cut for me?
I'm starting it. You should start it too.
I don't really want to cut.
We can really fulfill that.
Do you know what my body fat percentage is? Did I tell you? I did a body scan a couple weeks.
I'm going to look at you though for a second.
I did. I'm going to
give you
2 weeks ago.
Good scan up and down. Sorry. 13%.
Lower.
Really?
I was at 10 flat.
Really?
A couple weeks ago.
So you have a 6-pack.
Yeah. So I did a body scan.
Because 6-pack is like visible at like 12%. They say necessarily.
Yeah.
If you have one, if you train core.
I train core. Yes.
Which you should.
Yeah, training core is very important.
Yeah.
So in mid-January, I did a body scan.
Cool.
And I need
to do that, honestly.
Yeah, like, you need to do that one again.
Beginning of cut.
End of cut.
End of cut, yeah.
I had 11.4. I did one 2 weeks ago when I was at 10 flat.
Oh, nice.
My muscle mass went up by half a percentage point, too. So.
Nice. I mean, yeah, you look shredded, dude.
Thanks. I feel...
What are you, like 200 right now? 205?
Like 205.
Gotcha.
I feel better shredded like this. Because I've had a couple people say like, "Oh, you look bulkier," and I'm like, I actually lost weight, but I think it's the cut, the definition that's showing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel better. That's what I care about. I feel lighter, like literally lighter.
I think a 190 cut would.
Me at 190?
You'd be right, dude. Like, you would
and
be
Mark have been saying
shredded.
That. Me at 190, or when he was like 185.
I think 190 is good. I think 185 you might start to lose muscle mass.
Me at 190. Shredded.
Dude, I'm going to cut down to 155, Eric.
155?
I'm at 172 right now.
Dang.
I got down to 155 before. Like, I've done it.
Whoa.
But that was after like 7 months of cutting. Like, when I first got in the gym, I ended off right before my winter bulk. I was 155. Got up to about 174. Almost. I wanted to get to 175, but it's close enough. Didn't really care at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get down there, back there, with some more muscle mass than before. Maybe
cool.
Maybe 160.
155 is low.
I don't really like shooting for a specific number. I more like looking in the mirror. If I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, I'm lean enough, I'll start maintaining.
Yeah. That's kind of where I was at too. Like, in the mirror, I'm like, I like where I'm at right now with the,
Yeah. It's also really important, like, in a weight loss phase, like a cutting phase, in order to not lose all the muscle you gained in your bulk, is to have, like a 1 or 2 week period where you eat at maintenance.
Yeah.
During your cut, so you don't lose. So it's
too
like,
much too soon.
So like right now I'm eating 2,000 calories. My maintenance is like around 2,600. So I'll eat in this calorie deficit for probably a month. See where I get down to, and then for a week, I'll eat at 2,600 because I won't gain weight at that point. I'll just stay consistent, but it's putting my body. It's because when you're in a calorie deficit, your metabolism goes down, and eventually you stop losing weight as significantly because your body's used to that 2,000 calorie limit. So when I go back up to maintenance, I won't gain any weight back. It'll be good for my body to kind of regroup and recover from all the stress that it's under during a cutting stage, and it'll just be good. So I'm going to play it by ear in that way, and hopefully get down to 155. If that's too low, I'll probably just go 160.
I think 160 will be better with you.
Yeah.
Or for you. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's cool.
I think this is a... do you have anything else to say? No?
Not really.
I think it's a good spot to end it. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Tune in for episode 6. Later.